Whether it's overseas or in the West, a simp is a global victim. And Travis Hunter is an example of this. So let's roll the clip of OG trying to warn him.
Wasn't my type.
And then we went to this party and then we fell in love. I think personally, I don't know when y'all dated, was it high school? I don't give a but when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she was like, oh, I love him. I love him. I don't know what she is. She's like Indian looking, Latino looking with a sprinkle of Ebonics. I don't know what she is. But one thing I do know, you need to watch, bro. I'm so serious, man. I just something ain't right. And I'm sure people agree with me right now. They're agreeing with me. Don't get sucked into this shit, bro. You better sign all kinds of fucking papers, man. All right? You better have an ironclad contract because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you successful, you everybody's type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that shit, bro. I'm just saying. I hope Coach Dion is helping him out. Like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I can't tell you what to do. You just gotta have confidence in what you're doing, and I bless you, bless God, and just be careful of the bull job. I just didn't like what she said. She said, "I'm not your type." Yeah, I think you should have let the go. That's what I mean, I didn't mean to curse, but I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is. But Travis, your last name is Hunter, bro. You might have to go hunting real soon, bro.
Look, I think the reason why so many of us OGs have reached out to the young brother is because he's only 21 years old. And you have a lot of these young men that's raised in this matriarchal culture, especially in the community, that don't really understand women. And even some of the men around them are like simps. You got guys like Steve Harvey and the rest of these type of boomer simps and other men that give young men horrible advice. You don't even talk about some of these rappers and all the other guys that they be listening to, some of the biggest simps on the planet. But that's a whole nother story. But that's why I think the brothers reached out to him, because he's a young guy. He's a young kid, basically, that's going to be successful. And what happens inevitably around when you start having that type of, I know Dion don't give a damn. Dion probably is laid into his ass 1,000 times, but he's not listening. But at least we can say that we made an effort and we try to warn the young brother. The woman is telling you you're not her cup of tea. But your thirst for her, you know, I mean, obviously, I don't know if you hit that box, you basically you're pee-whooped. And it is what it is. And let him get the videos. Who cares? He needs to see it, that people think that you are a SIMP. And that's just the way it is. But again, he's young. He's young. He has a chance to pull out of this thing and whatever else. And when that money's involved, the people many times around these young men, not Deion Sanders, because Deion Sanders, I think he don't care. A lot of people around, the family members, and I'm not accusing them of anything because I don't know these things factual. But many times people become enablers. People tend to pander because they don't want to fall out of favor with these young men. I see it all the time. I mean, I'm 6'7", 6'8". I was a D1 athlete. I understand how, well, I wasn't pandered to. Back in the day, back in the day, I came around some hardcore coaches. That was the time of John Thompson and the rest of those guys, John Chaney. They'll tell you about your ass in a second. And I'm sure Dion is no joke either. But I mean, they'll straighten you out back in the day. But I can understand nowadays with social media and so many enablers, but everybody's trying to, we have compassion for young men. And I'm sure the women, they're like, man, this could happen to my son too, because what happens in the community is also as well. The young men were raised to pedestal, put women on pedestal, because I call born into bondage, because they see their sons as future income and kidnap the masculinity in these young men and whatever else. And I know everybody's not like that, but some of these whatever individuals look at these young men as their future. And it's very hard to really hold them accountable for much of anything if you're trying to cash in on these young men. But anyhow, let me know what you guys think down below. Hey, OGs, salute to all you guys. And we tried to warn him and let him get cooked in terms of nothing bad happens to him, but in terms of online, in terms of the court of public opinion, let them cook him. Hopefully he'll wake up one day and realize that, he's heading down the same road as guys like Tyrese and Will Smiths and the rest of these jokers that be out here getting their ass handed to them by these women and shit like that. Anyhow, peace and blessings to you guys. Salute. Leave your comments down below. I'm out.